X3 will present about Beauty and the Beast. But before we start, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Harapan Asta, number 1.
My name is Rosanjita Maharani, number 33. My name is Belatara, number 65.
My name is Harapan Akram, number 8.
My name is Anastasia Rosalin, number 4.
So without further ado, let's get started.
Once upon a time, in quiet little village, there lived a beautiful and kind-hearted young woman named Belen. She was the youngest daughter of a merchant and was different from the other girls in the village. While others were interested in fashion and gossip, Belen loved to read. She would spend hours with her books, imagining herself in magical worlds and faraway place. Belen lived with her father, who was a kind and hardworking man. They were not rich, but they were happy. Belen's two older sisters, however, were selfish and vain. They often made fun of Belen for her love of books and her simple appearance.
One day, the merchant had to go on a long journey to sell his goods. But before he left, he asked his daughters what they wanted as a gift. The older sisters asked for jewelry and fine dresses. The girl simply asked for a single rose. On his way to home, the merchant got lost in a dark forest during a terrible storm. After wandering for hours, he discovered an old castle. He entered. He found food and a warm fire. Feels like it's waiting for him, although there's no one there. The next morning, before he left, he found a beautiful garden of roses, so he picked one for Belle. Suddenly, a terrible beast appeared. He was furious that someone had stolen from him. He punished the merchant and he said that the man has to stay on the castle forever. Then the man asked for his mercies, and he explained that the rose is for his daughter.
Beast agreed to let him go, but only if one his daughter would take his place. When the merchant returned home and told his family what had happened, Bill bravely vowed to go to the castle instead. Her father tried to stop her, but she insisted. At the castle, Bill met the beast. He looked frightening, with sharp claws and glowing eyes, but the threat her keenly. Over time, Bill began to see past his apprehensions. The beast gave her a library filled with books, and they often had dinner together and talked for hours. The more time she spent with him, the more she realized that he was a monster at all, but a lonely soul cursed by magic.
As they passed, Belle and the Beast grew closer. They laughed, shared stories, and even danced under the star. One day, Belle saw in magic mirror that her father was sick. She begged the Beast to let her go home, and although it broke his heart, he agreed. Belle returned home and cared for her father, but she could not stop thinking about the beast. She missed him dearly. When she returned to the castle, she found him lying on the ground, weak and dying of sadness. Crying, Belle held him and whispered, "I love you."
And suddenly, a magical light surrounded them. The beast began to transform. His fur disappeared, his clothes faded, and his place stood a handsome prince. The curse was broken. The prince explained that only true love could lift the spell, and Belle's love had saved him. Belle and the prince married and ruled the kingdom together with wisdom and kindness. Belle's sisters, who had once mocked her, were ashamed of their behavior. The village celebrated their queen, who had shown that true beauty comes from the heart and not only the face. And so, Belle and her prince lived happily ever after, in a castle filled with love, books, and endless magic.